Okay, we're live, and Lily's telling me whenever you're ready. I'm ready. Okay, ignore the background. I can't figure out how to blur. I can do it on this Zoom, but I can't do it in the Facebook Live, and I'm in one of my grandchildren's rooms, which you can see a bunch of stuff. Anyway, this talk is on leadership, and those of you who had the privilege tonight at Hopkins, today is October 24th, we had Karen Seidman Becker speak. She's the CEO of Clear, and like in the airport Clear, and many other places in medical and non-medical applications. So she spoke about how she does things, how she runs the operation, how she works and thinks about direction, how they built a company. They bought a broken company for 5 or 6 million that is now worth $5 or 6 billion, and how you think about things, how you plan, how you strategize. Now, that 5 million to 5 billion or more took 14 years. It took over the company in 2010, so it's about 14 plus years. But when you listen to her, you recognize that she had a thought, a mission, a goal, knew how to execute it, what it would take to execute it, knew the challenges, knew the opportunities, and was able to balance the opportunities with the challenges, with the fact that the company had good technology, but it totally failed. So when you take over a company, and more than just the name, you're taking over technology, you're betting that, hey, I know what to do with the prior people didn't know what to do. Now, obviously, in 15 years, the company has substantially changed their capabilities and what they can do, the technologies, what they can do, all of that has changed. But it's leadership that makes it happen. She speaks about, like, we ask questions with her, and she spoke about how she leads. You're the leader, but you got to have people work together. You need a vision, a common vision. She spoke about the things she does, which made it seem that each of you would quit your job and work for her, because it sounds like an amazing opportunity. Just incredible. Those of you who were there will hopefully write a very nice article in JACR, and it'll be accepted. And in a few months, you'll be able to read about it. So, but that wasn't what I was going to speak about tonight. The leadership, which she showed in spades, I was going to speak about an article which you can read for free. We posted on Facebook, which is the article where the first author is Ed Catmull, the co-founder and president of Pixar and Disney Studios for 30 years. And the last author was Jensen Huang, who's been running NVIDIA since its inception, 25 years ago. Two brilliant people, two people who have different backgrounds, well, in some ways very similar, computer science, but two people who led different industries. Jensen is doing chip design, leading the AI revolution. Ed did a lot of software development, RenderMan, but also made those movies, the Toy Stories of the world, revitalized Disney Studios, and left Pixar as a company that had $14 billion films in a row, where no company ever had $2 billion films, let alone in a row. When you look at Jensen, you look at Ed, and the article they spoke about leadership, how they do things, how they treat people, how they focus other people, and how they are part of the entire process. One of the things about leadership is people want to see their leaders. It's great to be in an ivory tower and send memos out and this, that, and the other. But I think people want to see, they want to feel, they want to smell. That's obviously, in a sense, not like sniffing away, but people want their leaders to be visible, and they want them to be innovative, thinking ahead. They want to be proud to be working at that company or institution. They want to know that they are tying their careers to you, and that that's a good decision. They don't want to think that their job is a dead end. and they should be working somewhere else. And if they think they should be working somewhere else, unless you're paying them some incredible amount of money, they will end up working somewhere else. So it's the leader that recruits the people, trains the people, guides the people, and has a vision that is shared by everybody. And it's that common vision that allows for leadership. It's that common vision that gets buy in by the other employees. And you have everybody rowing in the same direction. Everybody is out there trying to do their best and feels they're part of something great. If you're working in NVIDIA, you're sitting there. Yes, I know it's great to have stock options, but you have your chest out high because you're part of something that's changing the world. When you were at Pixar and the legacy Ed left behind, you're coming up with those movies like Inside Out, where everybody watched it, everybody loved it, and you realize you did something special and continue to do something special. To me, that's the strength. That's the beauty in what we do, and that's what people want to be part of. Yes, you can pay people, and people need to work, and people will do what they are told, and they will perhaps do okay, but you can't say they're going to be happy, and you can't say they're going to be bringing their A game to work every day because unless you feel like something is really incredible, you just, yeah, you do your job, take some pride in it, but it's not anything all that special to you. And that's just human nature. People want to be part of something great. When Steve Jobs was at Apple, you were part of something great. You were changing the world. When Ed and his successors that he developed at Pixar, you felt it was something special. It wasn't just a job, and yes, you made money and this, that, and the other, but it's what you feel. When you're at NVIDIA, a lot of those people have been around for a while. They have really, really good numbers of shares where they could probably stop working and live very happily for the rest of their life. But most of them will stay on because it's not about the money, it's the adventure. I think one of the things leaders provide is an adventure. All of us like to be on adventures. When you're a little kid, you want to be on an adventure. You want to be on the A team. You want to be on the team that's thinking different. You want to be with people who are thinking different. You want to feel pride in your work, pride in what you're doing. Every company will have the ups and downs, so it's not going to be a perfect slope. It's like they spoke about Jensen. Oh, in the last year, what a company you developed. He goes, yeah, the last year plus 25 other years. Things take a lot of time. It doesn't happen necessarily the same day you would like it to happen. And as I mentioned when we spoke about Clear, that was 15 years. It's been 15 years almost since the company was bought. So you got to say things take time. So it's not always going to be today. But people need to know the people they're with are the people you want to be with. They're the people you trust. They're the people you admire. They're the people you want to be like. You want to follow those people. You want to do things. You want to do something special. On the other hand, working for someone with no vision, where everything is a bureaucratic nightmare, where everything just is painful. At the end of the day, you may stay there because it's convenient, or you may walk. But those companies don't succeed. They get by. Sometimes they fail. Sometimes they just slug along like many companies. No one ever took a badge of honor working at one of those companies. You do because it pays the salary. So a good way of thinking about leadership, read the article by Ed Catmull and Jensen Huang. The middle authors are okay, but first and last is what counts, right? The Ed and Jensen are the first and last authors. And give it some thought and wait for the article we're going to write, and hopefully it'll get accepted from Karen Seidman Becker. If you want, if you take her name, Karen is Caryn, a little different spelling. If you go on YouTube and put her name in, there's a bunch of talks she's given previously. It's well worth your time to listen to those talks. And with that, I'm going to say thank you. I know it's 8 o'clock at night, but I had the visitor today with me, and I did not want to take time out from having her meet with many people at Hopkins. So with that, everybody, have a great night, and I'll see you all soon. Be good.